we have Quadrant with 0 in 3
This is a must-win for Sentinels.
2-0. So this one's going to be tough. I mean, can Quadrant get their first win against Sentinels, knock them down to elimination brackets, or is Sentinels going to bring this to a game number 5?
Surely not, Walsh, as we head into map number 4. It's Stronghold on Streets, and we're kicking it off with SLG himself with the Stalker in hand, as him and the squad will be moving up through purple, trying to get some control of A. The damage is there. The Rockets is there as well, as you're going to start to see Quadrant move forward.
Great rocket there on Lethal in the cafe. And I like this play from SLG. Just push on over towards A, take away the stronghold opponent, and just turns the incorrect way. But still almost turns that kill over on Frosty, but Frosty's a little too good, too much of a veteran to lose that fight when he gets the first couple shots.
Yeah, staying calm and cool. That's Frosty in a nutshell. But as you see, Frosty will double back. He'll pick up the Stalker, and that's a C. That's a trip cap on the board for Sentinels. In the process of losing B, and they will, so they do know where these spawns are coming in for Quadrant. They're going to start focusing on PD, making sure that they can probably push up towards driveway on the street side of the map. But Frosty has the intel for his team. Can they put Quadrant in the trap? It's looking like it right now as they pick up a kill on Fragger.
Yeah, they're keeping these members just scrambling around from PD and picking them off as they run out. So notice how Sentinels aren't collapsing in on PD itself. They're saying, you can go ahead and spawn there. Where's your routes out? Yeah. You're going to have to either run all the way towards Bomb Center, you're going to have to run over towards Tires. Like, they don't have really any great options to run out of there. Now that they're no longer spawning in PD, you see Frosty comfortable enough to push over towards that ledge and then now block those spawns. But that's just the intimate knowledge that these member Sentinels know of how and when to push in and how and when to just let them spawn there and push out to their own demise.
They know when they wipe forward that their opponents still have to come out and gather intel. That's when you put yourself in some annoying positions, get those first shots off and fortify that defense. Now you will see Shad get taken out of the A-hill. Oh, Chick moves in. He'll take down Lethal and find themselves a double. He'll go towards the high ground, but not before he helps Fragger out mid-map and collecting these rockets. Big fight won by Royal 2. He's taken out, but Snakebite will slide down and quickly and smoothly pick up those rockets and take them to the arcade, as he won't be able to cash in no coins.
Nah, not too effective with those rockets there, but just kind of panic shooting them across the map as he's trying to get a kill over at PD. We're now seeing Quadrant answer with a few kills of their own, but still not really translating to much. Yes, they stopped the bleeding. It's no longer a trip cap, but Sentinels up by 120, and they don't see any signs of them slowing down.
Nah, I don't either, okay? This is a must-win for Sentinels, and they know it. So far, perfect in this map. SLG, when you think about players for Quadrant that need to, that can take over the game, he is going to be one of them, but his start 1-7, things aren't going his way. When that happens, you go towards Chick, who is having an even game, and we'll see what he can do, but at the end of the day, team effort, and Quadrant knows that they just have to get control. They got B, they're losing A in this moment right now, Walshy. They can't get any of these home hills in their favor, but this could be the one.
I like this play from Shad, though. Shad, if you notice, isn't really focused specifically on strongholds. Instead, focused on where these members of Sentinels are, realizing if you can isolate those, get a couple kills, the rest will come into place. And that's why you saw Shad not hesitating to rotate over towards ATM, get that pick over on Cafe, help over towards A. Just realizes, all right, if there's an isolated member of Sentinels, kill him, and we'll get the strongholds after.
It's a 2v2 on the map. 3v3, actually. Big double kill coming out for SLG as he's taken down by Frosty, and the score well in Sentinel's favor as they're going to be capping the C-Hill back. Trip caps currently for Quadrant. C will trickle on over, and this is Quadrant's opportunity to be able to slow this one down, but you see the pressure coming through from ATM. Royal 2 taking down Chick, kills traded off, and this will be Sentinels with that man advantage, but Quadrant not letting up off that aggression, Walshy. They know that now that they're vibing, they can't slow down.
They have inferior positions, though. Here's what's happening is all these member Sentinels, yes, they went 2 for 2. They're all spawning in Subway. They don't have great avenues out, but it looks like they just brute force their way all the way through Bomb Center. and try to force it out, and somehow it works out.
Oh my.
The scary part about being stuck in Subway is when teams are over at like the rails or over towards Neon, and you don't have great options to push out because you just get hit from multiple angles. But looks like Sentinels just opted just to push out immediately and hope that they could not get collapsed on.
Quadrant's doing a good job controlling the high ground. They worked hard for it and now building up that lead. It will shift back on over to Sentinels as Lethal will capture the A hill. Bulldog will be in their hands as well, and we'll see if they can be ferocious here towards top tires as Snakebite trapped for now, but fighting his way out. He'll get the kill at Train. He'll turn towards Neon, picks up the double kill, and now the reset on C.
That is heartbreaking when you get that stronghold to like 90% capped and someone just goes over there, taps their toe in it, resets it, and all that hard work is gone. But even though Snakebite had such stellar plays there, time was taken against them for a moment. It felt like Quadrant still had A and B for that short period of time. We're going to have to see if they can follow it up with a few kills. And it looks like Frosty goes down, Royal 2 goes down. That's also going to be Snakebite going down. Are Quadrant going to be able to turn this back around after incredible plays from PJ?
Now Fragger gets a sight line there towards top nest, and he gets the call out to his teammates where his opponents are going to spawn, but he's under pressure. Taking a lot of damage, and a big kill will get the B hill flipped on over. It's Quadrant once again with 2 hills to their name, but down by 100, a tall task. Rockets are up, but can they get them? I think they can, Walsh.
They will, and look at this. Fires a desperate rocket over towards the A stairs. Not gonna pan out, and instead Royal 2's gonna pick those up. Check on over at Tires and get a kill over on Shad, so they'll take that trade when they weren't the first one to pick up rockets.
Now Fragger at the B stairs. He's going to try to get some high ground. Chick picks up a kill, but traded out. It's a 3v2 in favor of the Sentinels at this moment. So with Fragger being down in man, he's playing his life, communicating to his team which hill do we want to play for. Is it C? Is it A? It's like, hey, we already got C, but they're capping it. See if we can control the top portion of the map as Sentinels retreating back towards Train to get them another hill in their favor as A is being flipped on over there towards Quadrant.
Trade back and forth, but those trades are favoring Quadrant during these times. So every time this map has been flipping, it's been beneficial for Quadrant. Now what needs to happen is when they flip this around, you need to see a collapse from Sentinels back over towards B, and that's where we're going to see the difference this time. They now have C, and Sentinels now collapsing over towards B, but as I say that, they're reaching some pressure back over towards the subway. Not sure if I agree with this play. I feel like you really need to control that B stronghold because then you can pivot on over towards one of the other sides.
I agree. That was not Frosty's position to rotate out of. He needed to control that and just trust his teammates to be rotating the map. Take a breath of air. You got the lead already. And as we see, SLG, they'll be taking the A hill. And ever since they got towards PD side of the map, Walsh, they have been dominant.
Yeah, they've been doing so well. And I want to see, like I said, the change from Sentinels needs to be making sure they have B. B has been almost exclusively under control of Quadrant for the last 90 to 120 seconds. And in fact, Quadrant trying to push this lead further and go for a trip cap. We'll see if that comes back to bite them, though, because while they do that, one, they gave an isolated fight over those member Sentinels, and then secondly, they may have blocked spawns and had these member Sentinels spawning out, which is exactly what Sentinels want when they're stuck inside the subway.
Snakebite with a rocket, he loses it, Walsh. It's inside tires and picked up by Quadrant as they still have 2 hills to their favor, looking for a third as C halfway capped up. That's the last thing Sentinels want to happen in a situation, to be in a trip cap, but 1 rocket for Shad. Sees the damage coming from mid-map. He'll back down, be the gatekeeper of the high ground, and it's not the fight in the dog, it's the dog in the fight as Shad will be able to pick up that kill. 1 rocket to his name. He has everything he needs to lock down A, lock down the street. They got Sentinels back to the wall. We got a lead change. Quadrant less than 50 points away to send his Sentinels to the losers bracket.
Headshot right there from the rocket. Bulldog going over the PD. Not sure if you're allowed animals here in the subway, but Shad does not care as they're going to flip this stronghold and take the lead. They are 44 points away from knocking Sentinels down into the elimination bracket.
Walshy, this shit is wild. I gotta be honest with you. I did not know what type of matchup we was gonna get after our first one that we cast yesterday. But we were in for a banger as Quadrant is gonna do the unthinkable. Coming in here, looking to go forward towards winners round 2. A trip cap is being threatened. It's looking scary. Sentinels, they're looking slow. Where are they?
So smart from Fragger. Fragger realizes the situation. When you have the strongholds, you can go for the trades. And just like that, they're trying to stop the bleeding, but stopping the bleeding is not enough. You need to cauterize that wound. And they need to, at some point here, get to, all right, now we have a little breathing room for Sentinels. That was scary. A little breathing room, but they don't have much room for error. Nice pick off from Royal 2 and Snakebite there to get that little team. They're not letting off the gas pedal. In fact, they're going to go try for a trip cap of their own, but look at this. They're losing B again. I kept saying how B is such a strong, pivotal position here on Street Strongholds because you can go towards A or C.
He gave them up! The rocket didn't connect. Where did it go? I don't know. It should have been at least a trade, but Sentinel still has A. They still have C. 35 points needed for them to come away with it as Snakebite will trade a kill. 2 down on the side of Sentinels as we're on board with SLG as he's trying to get this A-Hill back. A big gunfight, a little shaky right there, Walsh, as Frosty will put him on skates. A-Hill, C-Hill still locked in for Sentinels, but Fragger, the decap is there. Who's at the B-Hill is stopped.
The Cafe kill here from Frost, Royal 2.
A double.
So huge, and this is going to actually be transitioned over from
B,
A, but
B
during that time,
over.
we do have B towards Sentinels. 241 apiece. Who is going to be able to capitalize and grab B? Fragger going for the long flank. Can this 1v1 turn out in his favor? He takes out Frosty. Once again, the superstar from Sentinels is able to take it out, and all this pressure across the map, but oh my God. Sentinels clutching it out from what looked like a scary, scary comeback to potentially be a 1-3 loss.
Dog, yo, Walsh, like imagine being in a situation, okay? You are the favorites. People have such high expectations for you. You're in map 3, down 2-1. You're triple capped with your opponent needing 10 more points.
And somehow, I mean, if anyone can grasp that from the clutches of victory, it's Sentinels. We've seen them time and time and again clutch it up. We didn't see it earlier in the series, though. In fact, we were seeing Quadrant be the ones that clutch it up with Fragger taking out Frosty in game number 2. But oh my God, what a series.
What a series this is.